Now that I think about it, I've only been playing Grand Theft Auto Online as of recently, around the time whenever a new update drops, which, might seem kind of normal for any normal player with this game installed that has enough common sense to avoid, well, cancer. But you see, the thing with me is in 2022 and pretty much every year before that, Grand Theft Auto Online was in my normal rotation of video games that I played religiously. I was grinding every business, replaying even the worst heists with randoms, delivering pizza to a British cocaine addict, pretty much slaving in real work hours into this game on a regular basis just for the love of Rockstar Games' biggest franchise to date. But everything does eventually come to an end, because since that Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropped a few months ago, it's like I can see the sun setting in the horizon on this adventure of online gameplay that I've wasted many years of my life playing, which finally has been letting me sit back and appreciate the grind I put into my character and the things I've done for all these years. And I thought everyone else was doing the same thing, but god damn, dude. Like, I knew Rockstar was making a killing with Grand Theft Auto Online for pretty much my whole teenagehood, but I never bothered to, just look at the sheer number of active players and community that's been brought together by a shared addiction to Grand Theft Auto Online. Like, 10 years into the game's lifespan and having over 100,000 players playing daily is only a peak that most online games coming out right now have wet dreams of achieving. GTA Online is still one of the most active and successful games literally to date. And of course, Rockstar Games knows this and have been taking the time to exploit this a lot. The tale of the Grand Theft Auto shark card scams and microtransaction annoyances are literally older than most of the internet's user base nowadays, so I'll spare you the story time and details of that. But aside from that sad story, Rockstar has been dabbling in another form of pocket picking with a service that they launched 2 years ago now, being the subscription of Grand Theft Auto Plus. If you don't know, on March 29th of 2022, Rockstar hopped on the subscription trend by adding a service to their cash cow title for $5.99 a month, which gave you some free money and some free items in the game of Grand Theft Auto Online. And it was a very, very successful trash thing to pay money for, unless, you generally were a diehard fan, because I can't even justify buying it to ease the grind of Grand Theft Auto Online, because look, what's something that you get from it, like $500,000 a month? In GTA's economy, you'll literally wipe your ass in setup costs with that kind of money. That shit is childish. But nevertheless, the feature was just there for people who wanted to give Rockstar an extra payday for some free items, and I guess some exclusive liveries or whatever the hell they were saying. Notoriously though, the service recently made headlines once again, because this week they upped the price of the service from $5.99 to $7.99. Now even still, 2 years later, the subscription service is still far from needed to enjoy the experience of the Grand Theft Auto Online game, but it really stirred up a narrative online that I couldn't help but talk about and bring to light regarding the future of Rockstar's games, or at least for the next Grand Theft Auto title. You see, the fact that Grand Theft Auto even has a subscription service just for this one game is weird altogether. I've thought that since day one. Except, even though the total number of GTA Plus subscribers is hidden online from the public, the fact that Rockstar is upping the price on it shows that there's enough of a community of people buying into this service to where they can make some sort of profit from it, even if they gotta up the price, the 2 George Washingtons. Remember earlier I showed y'all the peak literally in the last 24 hours was over 100,000 players. So the fact that they're toying with this subscription service now, and we can only assume it's working in some degree, is giving many players, including myself, the notion that this service is going to carry over to Grand Theft Auto 6 in a more aggressive form. Now, obviously, given that we have a GTA Plus subscription right now, it's pretty much a given that we're going to see a Grand Theft Auto Plus subscription in Grand Theft Auto 6, which I'm sure most of you already, was counting on that. And I'm also sure that we can expect Rockstar Games to milk the ever-loving shit out of Grand Theft Auto 6 and whatever online mode that it has, which can likely include some monetary milking. My worst fear is to see them actually put gameplay and worthwhile content behind a paywall of subscription service. It's something that other online games have been doing for decades now, so I'd be lying if I said it'd be, unprecedented, but it pretty much sucks every time you see it because, who wants to pay a monthly price just for one game? Of course, those, pay per monthly games that I'm talking about pretty much require you to pay just to even access them, which I doubt is the hardcore route that GTA 6 is going to take, but I still think the principle applies that this subscription we have right now in Grand Theft Auto Online could only be foreshadowing the worst to come in the service's evolved Pokemon form in Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. It could be likely that Rockstar is using this current subscription model as a sort of guinea pig to see what works and what won't. For example, the price changing. They could just be doing that to see how far they can push the consumers into spending more money on. And I don't even want to think about entertaining the idea of having some sort of real gameplay and things like missions or lucrative heists being the victim of, getting locked behind a transaction screen. But you just can't look me dead in the eyes and tell me that it wouldn't be on par for Rockstar to try something slick of that nature with a future subscription. You just can't. What are you looking at? And when I say something slick, for example, what if the same way that you can skip cutscenes for missions you already played in Grand Theft Auto Online right now, being able to skip cutscenes is a feature that's locked behind a paywall subscription in Grand Theft Auto 6. That's the level of buffoonery that I could bet they'd go to based on their actions right now. Not to mention the fact that Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar's parent company, has recently been cutting jobs and closing down projects to save up some guap. So it's obvious that they're going to be raking in whatever paper that they can for the foreseeable future. This is all a real concern that many people have right now for Grand Theft Auto 6 and pretty much every Rockstar game going forward now if this business model worked. But the reason that this all scares me as much as it does is because I'm not going to be able to stop myself from paying if I have to. I just told y'all to deliver pieces for a British skit, so my interests are secondary to this GTA lifestyle. But it's all just speculation, luckily, as of right now. These thoughts are all just a combination of these theories and logical reasoning based on the direction that Grand Theft Auto is going. But of course, we'll just have to wait and see with the future hosts for Grand Theft Auto Online and any future subscription services. So what do you guys think about Grand Theft Auto Online and this possible pay model that they might have in the future, man? Feel free to comment down below. Let's like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next one.